lovelies, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Fiva Isabokali, and if you're seeing me for the first time, welcome to my space. Here on this channel, I do like personal gists and I make travel vlogs, and from time to time, I do like career talks. And yeah, I've made a couple of video on that, on how to rewrite your CV, how to land yourself that dream job. Like I've shared tips, and I've made some video on how to start a business with little or no money. So if you are interested in such a content, please go check those videos out. And you might also want to check out my travel vlogs and my random day vlogs as well. So to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for the support. Thank you for taking out time to watch my videos. I really appreciate you guys so much. So if you have not subscribed and you're still watching my video, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the like button and share if you feel like my videos are helpful to you. So yeah, today's video is not a very happy one, because from the caption you'll see that I just want to talk about my experience and struggles looking for an apartment in Lagos. So if you're planning to move to Lagos anytime soon, or you're already in Lagos and you want to move to another apartment or another space, yeah, relax. I think this video is for you because I'm going to be sharing my culture shocks, tips on how you can get an apartment, because those are the tips that I'm using. And yeah, I'm just going to tell you my experience generally though. So yeah, let's get started. So this past months have not been funny, because we decided to move to a much bigger space. We feel like we've outgrown our current space right now, and we want to move to somewhere more that will fit into what we are right now. Okay, so we officially started looking in February, first week of February, and we saw a couple of houses, but before we could like reach out, they were taken. And we continued with our search. Yeah, we've seen a couple of houses though, but guys, I don't even understand what we are seeing in Lagos. I don't know what kind of construction that goes on here. I don't know who approves those kind of constructions. Guys, my eyes have seen what ears, my ears have seen. Well, I have seen, and I have seen Pepe looking for houses here. So we have, aside increasing our budget, the kind of houses that we are seeing don't even fit the pricing that is being called. You'll see a house that was built when cement was 10 naira. They are putting millions on the house, and they've not done any sort of renovation, nothing. You don't want to pay that money, you pay your rent, and you now do a facelift in the house. How that doesn't even make any sense. It's just been a struggle. There are some houses that we've seen that we liked, but by the time we got to the house, um there was no single parking space. And we started asking questions. Okay, how do we park our vehicle in the house? We're told that we should park on the street. And my husband was like, okay, so I'll pay this kind of amount of money for rent and I get to park my car outside the gate. That's not even possible. What's the guarantee that my car is safe? So it's just been a whole lot of stress trying to find something that at least, I know you're not the one that built it, so you're not kind of like looking for a house that's 100, but at least 50 over 100, come on, or 60. but I've not seen not even a single building. It's been a whole lot of stress. And I'm like, ah, let me just talk about the culture shocks. The first one is the inspection fee. So literally every agent asks would ask you for an inspection fee just to view a particular house. Doesn't even matter the number of houses. All they're about is that inspection fee, which to me just sounds very sick because in the end you're charging a very like 10% of the actual rent for your agency fees. 10%. Some agents are actually saying 20%, which is very outrageous. But then, what can you do? You're the one looking for house now, have you? So it's just been funny the inspection fee. So if you're literally talking to six different agents, be sure to pay six inspection fees. Hey, and let me tell you the worst part, and the other thing that shocked me the most. All of them literally circulate the same type of house because I'm talking to more than five agents, and when a particular house comes out, like they all send me that same type of house. Like it's like I've gone when I pick a particular location that I want. It feels like all of them just have that one. It just goes. I feel like they're in a WhatsApp group where when a particular house comes out, they just say, "Oh, this house is out, send it." You know. So if you're talking to five or six, they all send you the same thing, and you're like, "I've seen this thing. It's not what I want." Some of them would now tell you, "Oh, can you go above your budget?" Why would I want to go above my budget? Will you be the one to pay? So it's just a very talking to them can just be somehow can be frustrating. Then when another shocking thing that got to me was the description of the house. So the some of the times they just do like they make videos of the fine side of the house when you and they put like a very wow description and you're like, ah, finally, this might be the house. When you say, okay, can we meet? Let's meet up and look at the house. When you get there and you look at your phone, you be like, is this what I actually want to come and see? Why they're not even truthful? Why don't you just put the description? I know people you're trying to market a product, but a property, but it doesn't make sense. You're marketing, you're making people waste. If you're driving, you're wasting your fuel coming to view a house that is not 10 over 100 self, or you're wasting your transport fare. And the annoying part is you get to pay for these agents, or if you have a car, they follow you after paying the inspection fee. So what's the inspection fee for? Hmm? So it's just very displeasing and frustrating. Another thing that shocked me again was what they call estates in Lagos. I'm not talking of the island now. I'm talking about the mainland. But she'll tell you, oh, this estate, that estate. Guys, when you get there, you'll find out it's just a gated street. It's a normal street that just has a gate, probably for security reasons. I'm like, how on earth is this an estate? Gosh, these guys, they will literally want to pull you out of your skin. And I'm like, eh? You people stop this. If it's not an estate, don't say it is an estate. I have lived in an estate before. I know what an estate looks like. So in my head, when you say estate, I have that picture of okay, a proper, a proper road, proper security, obviously fenced, gated. You can't just get in without knowing where you're going to or who you're going to see. Sometimes you have to even make calls, but not. And most of the times, okay, like I used to live in Abuja, so all the houses in the estate actually look alike. Like It's the same plan. So that's why I usually have in my head. But coming here to look for it, I'm like, y'all are calling a gated street or a street where they just put gates so they can protect the people living there. You're calling it an estate. Hey, hmm. Well, anyways, so I have actually deployed some tips that I feel will be helpful with this my house search. And I feel if you're looking to, maybe these tips will be helpful as well to you. So first tip is, please do not pass your budget. If your budget is, for example, a million naira for a bed, a mini flat, please do not exceed that 1 million naira. First of all, according to some agents, they'll tell you, oh, can you do 1.5? Can you do 1.3? Can you do 1.2? If you check your earnings and you see by the time you make your deductions, it's going to stretch you. Please don't. I think all you have to do is just to be patient, stick without your budget, and eventually it might take a while, just like it's taking us a little longer to find a place. But I'm very sure you're going to find something because people are always building, even though some of the constructions are terrible, but you'll definitely see something that at least matches, fits into your budget. Sometimes even a little lower than your budget, and you'll be like, okay, I can take this house. Secondly, never listen to these agents. If you listen to them, hmm, you won't like what you see in the end because they're not the ones that are going to be living in that house. You're the one living in the house. You're the one that's going to take all the heat when it comes. All they're after is that percentage. So once they're able to convince you to take a house, that's it. So whatever that comes after, you're on your own. So another tip would be for you to make sure you check the house and make sure everything is working. And if they have to fix anything, please let them fix it before you make any payments. And because once you pay, just know you're the one that will fix it too. Because they will not even answer you any longer. So if they have to fix, because most of the times they collect caution fee, and I feel like the caution fee is meant to, maybe cover painting, electrical work, broken taps, and whatnot in the house. So if the landlord chooses to, sometimes they don't repaint because you might come and want to repaint, what you want. So, but then aside the painting, make sure every other thing is in a good working condition before making payments. Thirdly, please check the road network and the security of the environment, especially if you're driving or you have a car. I would not advise you to park your vehicle outside. Don't, because of pressure or you actually want a house, you want to move into a new space real quick, you end up taking a house that does not have a parking space. Please don't, because things, the situation of things in Nigeria, people's eyes are red. So I don't think you want to pay a whole lot amount of money living in a house and you cannot sleep with your two eyes closed. So if there's no parking space, please, I would not advise you to go for that house. Thirdly, or I think I mentioned four things. So fifth will be, make sure to read the agreements and legal arrangements and everything. Possibly, if possible, if you can have access to the landlord, please do have access to the landlord. Speak to the landlord and make sure everything on that agreement is what you can handle before paying, because when you pay to get your money back, I don't know, I've never been in that kind of situation, so I can't even advise you. Okay, so I think last but not the least is, if you're the type, if you're like us and you're very picky, please don't live in a house where the landlord lives. There are a couple of houses that we've seen that made sense, especially Oh, there was one that we already had our money down and we're like, what we are going to pay. We even carried our daughter so she can look at the place and everything. When we got there, we spoke to the security because the agent was there. Now, to tell you how unsincere these guys can be, the agent did not even tell us that the landlord lives there. It was the security man that ended up telling us, and my husband was like, "What? No way, you're leaving." The house was, he loved the house. The house was perfect, although there was no parking space, but we're trying to consider how, we could fit in three cars, you know, the, including us, into the parking space there. But when immediately the security mentioned, oh, that's cars for the landlord, and we're like, excuse you, does the landlord live here, or probably he just came to park his vehicle? Said no, he lives here in the penthouse. I said, okay, thank you for the information. The agent started flaring up, got angry, and also I'm like, why are you angry? You don't live here, so why don't you allow us to talk to somebody who is always here? And these agents, they'll have a special place, and I doubt if he's going to be in heaven because not all of them, mind you, not all of them. Some of them can be, I think some of them are cut out of a different cloth, but majority you will meet. Please open your eye when you're dealing with them. It's going to be very somehow if you end up paying for a place and in the next 6 months you're looking to move out because of one situation or the other. Maybe water is not good, or the light situation is terrible, or you've carried base on your head because the person living there before did not, clear the debt on the prepaid meter and stuff like that. So please and please take your time. It can be frustrating, I know, because I'm actually in that situation right now, but I was at the point of giving up, and I was like, you know what, let's just stay here. I'm done. But the second time I was like, let's just give it a try, Sha. Let me give it another go. So yeah, I'm gonna update you guys when I finally get a place. Hopefully very soon. The month of March is still very much plenty. Yeah, so anything could happen. Even today, as I'm speaking, I might just see something I like and we go see and fit into our budget and we pay. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you watched up to this point, please do give it a thumbs up, like, share, and share it to somebody that you feel it might be helpful. Or if you feel like you're gonna be looking for a house in Lagos anytime soon, you can hit the save button and rewatch this video when time comes. All right, guys, I'm gonna be seeing you in my next video, and stay tuned because it's actually gonna be a vlog. And yeah, I don't want to spill out all the teas, but when it's time, I'm gonna do a vlog about something really interesting. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys. Bye. Mwah.